thank you. So, could you state your name and affiliation? This is for the editor.
Okay, so I'm Claudine Jerkovits. I'm a senior physician researcher in the Value Institute at Christiana Care.
Well, thank you.
And I'm a nephrologist epidemiologist.
Very important. So what drove you, so you are the host, the convener of
right.
this. I forgot to mention, I need you to repeat the question that I asked because they can't hear me, they can hear you. So I'll try to be precise. But
so you want me to repeat exactly?
Not exactly,
repeat
no.
the answer in complete sentences, because we'll never hear his question.
Oh, I see.
What color is the sky? You would say the sky is
The sky
blue.
is, okay.
So so as the convener of this, for this program, what drove your interest to do this? Why do you think this is necessary?
Well, I think this program is absolutely necessary because for several reasons. First, we are building this registry in the state of Delaware, this chronic kidney disease registry, and we cannot build it into a vacuum. We absolutely need to have input from the patients and from the healthcare providers to know exactly what data we need to collect, and also what research questions they are interested in to improve the care of the patients and to improve the quality of life of the patients. So this event was specifically important to gather all the stakeholders together so that they can tell us, researchers, what really is important for them. And always with the background and the issue is really to improve the care of the patients.
And what kind of feedback have you been receiving throughout the day?
Well, very good, actually. I was very happy. So I'm sorry. I think I have to start again, right?
Right. That's all right. You can keep going.
So the feedback I received was extremely positive, and I must say I'm really ecstatic. At first, I didn't expect to have so many people coming and so many people interested. And also, everyone seemed to be extremely engaged, and I'm ecstatic. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and that really represents a need that we discovered, that people really want to be involved into this research and into improving care of the patients with kidney disease.
Now, prior to this, you were involved in a registry effort, or is this a continuation?
This is a continuation. I'm sorry. Prior to this, I was involved. I have another grant to develop a registry for chronic kidney disease, and this is really a continuation of this project.
Why is another registry necessary? You have the United States Kidney Registry. What makes this one special? Why is this needed?
Well, it's very different. This is the United States. So this registry is very necessary for several reasons. The USRDS, the United States Renal Disease System Registry, is really only for patients who are starting chronic renal replacement therapy. So only the people who get into dialysis or who get transplanted, only their records are getting into this registry. What we want here to do in Delaware is to have records from patients prior to the stage of being in dialysis and being transplanted, so that we can influence the care, or so that we can first determine what is really the prevalence of these patients in our state, and then put together policies that would decrease progression to end-stage renal disease. And what is really important for this registry is that Delaware is a small state, which is, in a way, it's really good for us because we can wrap our hands around the data. So, for example, we have the data from Nephrology Associates, and Nephrology Associates is one of the biggest practice in Delaware. So that allows us to really reach a lot of people.
So let's think all the way to the end. What do you hope to once you're completed, well, you kind of described already what you hope to accomplish, but let's say you've accomplished it. So you have these questions. What are your next steps? What are you going to do when you're at the end of this particular program?
So once we have completed the program, this PCORI-funded program, we will focus on the questions that are most important for the stakeholders and that we can also act upon with a registry. And we will modify or collect more data or do more research using the registry for the questions that were selected by the stakeholders, so that we really serve the community. And again, I want to go back to that. We don't want to do research in a vacuum.
And how does this work complement the mission of Christiana Care in your mind?
Well, I think it's this work complements the mission of Christiana Care very well, actually. And I think Dr. Salam really explained it very well during her talk, is that there is a huge effort for population health at Christiana Care right now. And this is well described by all the CareLink project. And we are, my goal with this work is to really inform the CareLink project and all the population health initiatives that are taken by Christiana Care to improve the care of the patients with kidney disease.
Are there any other comments you'd like to make that you haven't been asked? Any points you'd like to highlight?
No, I think again, I mean, I'd like to highlight the incredible participation that we had today, which I think really means that people want to be engaged and want to participate. And I think this is great.
All right. Did you ask her, I know this is a silly question, did you ask her what was going on today? Like what is today, what happened?
No, I didn't actually, that's right. So pretend the viewer doesn't know anything about the plan. So what actually is happening today? How is this workshop, how is this day unfolding?
So today is the first step of our program. And that's the day where we set up the stage for chronic kidney disease, or to learn more about chronic kidney disease. And we have a really wonderful group of speakers, and we are going to learn about I'm sorry, can we stop?
You can stop, sure, again.
Okay. Do I need to use the future or can I use the past? So we are going to learn that.
It doesn't matter.
So I would prefer to use the past because
Okay.
it's more natural.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Start again.
Okay. Where was I? So
What did you hope to
today.
accomplish?
So I think I remember. So today is really the first step of our 2-year program, and today was really the day to set up the stage for the program. So in the morning we had a really very interesting group of speakers, wonderful group of speakers who described the issue of chronic kidney disease, the trends, and in the US and in Delaware, and also really address the major problem of disparities in kidney disease. We also had patients who came and shared with us their experience, and that was extremely meaningful and very, very moving. And we also heard about health IT to improve the care of patients with kidney disease, and that was all the theme of the conference, is how to improve the care of patients with kidney disease. And then we had a lunch and speakers with a talk about population health at Christiana Care, and how population health is really becoming a very important program at Christiana Care, and how it can improve the care of patients in general. And then a couple of talks about patient-centered outcomes and why it matters, as well as community engagement in research and why it is so important for us to engage the community in research. And right now we have work groups going on where what we expect from these work groups is really to identify or to start identifying the questions that are most important for the stakeholders, whether they are patients or healthcare providers. And this is really only the beginning. We will have a first ranking today, but once this is done, we'll collect all the questions and we will make sure, we will study these questions and do a thorough literature review and make sure, see whether these questions have already been answered or not, because some may have been answered. We obviously, none of us know everything. And we'll stay extremely transparent. We'll put all our findings on the website. And then for the questions that have not been answered yet, or for which there are some uncertainties, we will reconvene a workshop 6 months from now to do again a ranking exercise, and that will be a small group of stakeholders who will do that.
That was great. Can I just get that same answer, just a quick, like, today's a great day, we kicked off our study with lots of groups and kind of ended there. Less specific.
Okay.
And anytime.
Okay. So today was really the first step of our 2-year program. We had speakers in the morning to set up the stage of kidney disease, and in the afternoon we are doing work groups to really identify the most important questions that stakeholders are interested in.
That was great. That was for my quick soundbite version.
Okay.